So many years ago, before I was ever part of the Brony fandom, I did this little rant video on TLC that was pretty cringeworthy to say the least. Now, don't get me wrong, I still abide by the fact that TLC is a really dumb channel that really like no person over the that has a no intelligent human being would ever enjoy watching. But the way I expressed my hatred towards it in my old rant video I did years and years ago was very unprofessional. I was a bit shallow back then and didn't do very much research. Most of my points were copied off of another user by the name of Donut1999, who did his own rant on Toddlers and Tiaras, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, and TLC in general. And his his rant was very well organized and very to the point, and so good that, like I said, most of my points were copied directly off of him. And if I remember correctly, by the when I first made that rant, I hadn't even seen Ben the Looney's video on Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, which is by far one of the funniest videos that guy has ever done. Seriously, his reaction to Mama June's forklift foot is totally priceless. Yeah, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Just type in Ben the Looney, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. Watch it. It's amazing. So yeah, like I said, a lot of my points were just copied off of Donut 1999, and I basically just read an entire list of shows that I found on Wikipedia, basically. Because as we all know, Wikipedia is a very reliable source when it comes to, research. Yeah. So, like I said, this rant was very rushed, and I basically did it just to jump on a bandwagon. Well, after all these years, I'm gonna do a follow-up on this very cringy video, and yeah, basically actually go into detail on some of the shows that I just kind of skimmed over in the original video, and also show just how much I plagiarized back then. So yeah, and if by any means you guys do like this old video I did, I respect your opinion. Yeah, I was kind of proud of it back then, but looking back on it, yeah, this video definitely needs this video was very unprofessional. I realized. So yeah, and so now so yeah, this is gonna be a follow up on my TLC rant I did years ago. So if you guys may remember, in the original video I used a picture of the Moomin anime because I made it back when I was still into the Moomin anime before I kind of just stopped watching it and moved on to the Brony fandom. So because of that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the original audio from the original video, and just put like a different picture that fits my personality a lot better over top of it. So yeah, and keep in mind this video was made when I was like 12, 13-ish, and I was a lot younger back then, obviously, and I was kind of just, I guess, starting to go through puberty. So if I sound kind of weird in this video, you know why. I was much younger back then. So anyways, so here we go. Here is my follow-up on my old TLC rant from 2013. Roll the footage.
Hey dudes, what's up? It's me, Fisher Rachel here, back again. And this time, I'm gonna do a little bit of a different video. I know I originally said I wasn't gonna do these types of videos, but I decided I really need to do this because this is something that really is starting to irritate me a lot.
Loosely translated to, hey guys, I just saw this guy's rant on TLC and I agree with everything he said. Let me jump on a bandwagon. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying right there.
And to make things better, I've got this nice little picture for all you guys. So, yeah. Anyways, today I'm gonna do a rant video. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. A rant video. Now, and you're probably gonna ask, what am I gonna rant on today? Well, today I'm gonna be ranting on one of the most stupid TV stations in the entire history of the universe.
A statement I do still live by to this day, though I at least give them credit for canceling Honey Boo Boo. Although that didn't stop WeTV from bringing them back into the spotlight. Seriously, did they forget Mama June was the reason their original show got cancelled?
Yeah, that's right. Now, you may be wondering, what channel am I gonna be ranting on today? Well, it's none other than the infamous TLC. Yeah, that's right. TLC, also known as the quote-unquote learning channel.
Why not just call it what it is? A totally lost cause. Man, I just know if I was part of the Brony fandom in 2013, I totally would have used that in this video.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sure you probably all know. I'm sure some of you know about this. TLC. Now, TLC is a reality TV show channel that claims to be educational.
Or at least they used to, before they started doing the whole life unscripted nonsense.
Okay, granted, it was educational back in, like, the 90s. Back in the 90s, it used to have, like, educational shows for kids.
And stuff like this is what happens when early 2000s kids try to talk about a time period when they weren't even a sperm yet. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with talking about stuff from other generations, but if you're gonna talk about a time period that you weren't even alive in, make sure you properly research the era and make sure you know exactly what you're talking about. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with stuff like this video that I'm commenting on.
And stuff like that. But now it's just totally crossed the fan here. Nowadays, it's going for a more older audience with stupid reality stuff that I'm sure no one will really care about. And, now, I've made an entire list of TLC shows here. And I gotta say, all I can say is, I just wish TLC would stop the reality stuff and just go back to educational children's shows. Not too long ago, I did make a video called, TLC Must Die, where I rip up papers I made of TLC logos.
And yes, that video is still up on YouTube if you guys want to see it. Just type in TLC Must Die up in the search bar and it will come up very easily. All I gotta say about that video is, man, what a way to waste perfectly good paper.
So, here I am today making this video. So basically, I made a huge list of the stuff TLC is airing. Some which are still airing, some which are done, and other stuff like that. So now I'm going to just go over them. Some of these aren't even running anymore, but you know, I just pulled them off a Wikipedia list, and I thought they were really necessary to mention.
And everything that's wrong with this video can be summed up in that one statement right there, by me saying I used a Wikipedia article. Any professional school teacher will tell you that Wikipedia is not at all a reliable source of research. So the fact that I would use it for a rant video gives you an idea of how rushed and unprofessional this old video was.
Okay, so we're going to go over them individually. Now, let's see. So first off is Toddlers and Tiaras. Now, almost every TLC watcher probably knows this.
What do you mean, almost everyone? I'm pretty sure, like, anybody who's even caught a glimpse of TLC knows what Toddlers and Tiaras is. It's one of their most popular shows on right now. Heck, why do you think it got its own spin-off? Well, okay, I have no idea why they thought Alana Thompson needed her own show, but still.
Toddlers and Tiaras is a show about mothers who put their daughters in beauty pageants. Yeah. And also, I think the fact that it's called Toddlers and Tiaras is totally misleading. Because I saw a bit of one episode, and one of the girls participating was not a toddler. She was a third grader. Yeah, that's right. She was like a third grader. And she's in Toddlers and Tiaras.
That is true that I did, unfortunately, catch a glimpse of a Toddlers and Tiaras episode where one of the girls participating in the pageant was like 8 or 9 years old. And really, just because it is called Toddlers and Tiaras doesn't mean all the girls have to be like 2, 3, 4 years old. Just saying.
And, of course, there are some girls who just don't want to do this kind of stuff. And what does the mother do about it? Absolutely nothing! Yeah. Now, on this show, there are girls who don't want to participate in these beauty pageants, and the mother does totally nothing about it. It's like, you know what? I don't give a darn if you don't want to participate in this pageant or not. You're gonna be in this pageant whether you like it or not, because you're my daughter. So suck it up!
I don't see how the mothers on the show can be fine with their daughters doing this. Most of the little girls who cry and don't want to do this, the mother doesn't do anything about it. It's like, you know what? I don't give a rat's ass if you don't want to do it. You're going to be in this pageant whether you like it or not. You're my daughter. So suck it up.
Like I said, no originality whatsoever. The only originality that bit had was that mine was way more over the top than his.
I heard a sound. I turned around to find the thing that made the sound.
Then, as if that wasn't enough, one of the girls in the beauty pageants who, there was a girl in the show called Alana Thompson. Yeah, that's right. As if Toddlers and Tiaras wasn't enough, TLC had the guts to give us a spin-off of Toddlers and Tiaras called none other than Here Comes Honey Boo Boo.
Honey Boo Boo Child. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's right. It's about one of the contestants in the beauty pageants, none other than Alana Thompson. Now, of course, this little girl has a really obese mother.
A mother who actually has the audacity to make negative comments about other fat people. Yeah, like you're one to talk, June Shannon. You may have also noticed that I've been cutting out various parts of the video where I pause and stutter, which shows even more that I didn't script this video.
And she does some of the most illegal things I have ever seen.
And little did I realize that almost 2 years after this video, she would have gotten their own show cancelled. Great job, Mama June. You really know how to be a good role model for your family. Sarcasm.
Please pass the milk, please. Please pass the milk, please. Please pass the milk, please.
I mean, there's one episode where she makes her own special sauce with butter. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. With butter. In our minds, some of us would just want to vomit.
The first episode I saw was when Mama made her own special sauce with butter. Yeah, with butter. In my mind, I wanted to vomit. Yeah, something like that. I mean, I think it would have been better if she would have used ketchup instead. And it looked like everyone was enjoying the food. Seriously? Sauce and butter mixed together in spaghetti? No. Mama, just stick to using... Mama, just stick to using Prego sauce and spaghetti. I mean, seriously. Butter? I'm guessing that's a redneck thing. I don't know.
And then there's this episode where the family goes to redneck games. Yes, I'm sure some of you know that Honeymoon's families are rednecks. And one of Honey Boo Boo's sisters, Lauren, and I'm sure you all know how on Halloween people bob for apples. Well, guess what? Lauren, aka Pumpkin, was bobbing for pig feet. Seriously, TLC? What kind of sick, twisted idiots are you? Are you just trying to make us feel sick to our stomachs?
With everything that they show on Honey Boo Boo, probably.
Because if you do, it's really working. You know that?
The family goes to redneck games, and you know how on Halloween people bob for apples. Well, Pumpkin was bobbing for pig feet. Gross. Yeah, in one of the redneck games. Oh my God.
And then also, Honey Boo Boo's mother, aka June Shannon, gives her go-go juice. If you don't know what that is, I'll just tell you. I'll just give you a little instructional thing. So, here's how to make June Shannon's go-go juice. Firstly, grab some Mountain Dew and Red Bull. 2. Pour the Red Bull into the Mountain Dew. 3. Shake it all up. And there you go. You got yourself some go-go juice. Seriously? Okay. What? Time out here. Time out. You're telling me that if I wanted to make my kids go-go juice, all I had to do was pour Red Bull into Mountain Dew and shake it up. Yeah, I can definitely see some parents giving child that type of drink. Seriously, what do you think she is, 21? You think Alana's old enough to have that kind of stuff? Seriously?
Plus, her mother gives her go-go juice. And if you don't know what that is, let's check out the ingredients. Just grab some Mountain Dew and Red Bull, pour the Red Bull in the Mountain Dew, shake it all up, and there you go. You got yourself some go-go juice. Caution, may cause child become hyperactive. Are you kidding me with me right now? You got to be pulling my membrane. No. What kind of mother, in fact, what kind of being gives a child that type of drink? I'm sorry, but she should be arrested for that. That should be illegal. What do you think she is, 21? You think she's already an adult?
Then there's Johnny K plus 8. Of course, Johnny and Kate with 8 kids. Yeah, fortunately enough, now they're divorced and that show's done. But unfortunately, that was not the end of the 8 kids. Oh no. Now it's just Kate plus 8. Yeah, so Johnny K plus 8. Johnny and Kate plus 8. Oh God.
Not to mention there was John and Kate plus 8. A couple with 8 damn kids. That show's done. Now, it should have been done after John divorced Kate Gosselin. Then calling it Kate plus 8. Now they both move on doing whatever.
The sheer amount of unoriginality in this video is just really, really sad.
Who's that standing out my window?
And then there's Cake Boss. All I can say is, that belongs on Food Network, period.
As I already stated in my reaction and review video I did on the Friendship is Magic episode Meltdown, they have been syndicating Cake Boss on Discovery Family, and I gotta say, it actually looks pretty amazing. The cakes they make on that show are unbelievable. Like, seriously. As I said in that video, Pinkie Pie would dream to be on that show. So yeah, I gotta say, Cake Boss, from the commercials I've seen of it on Discovery Family, it actually looks pretty incredible. And I might actually want to check it out sometime. So yeah, this is the main reason why I wanted to do this follow-up, because I realized a few of the shows I talked about in here actually look pretty awesome, specifically Cake Boss. So yeah, I gotta say, Cake Boss actually doesn't look as bad as I made it out to be in this video. Then again, I didn't really say anything about it, other than it belongs on Food Network. Which really, does it really matter? It looks awesome. They can put it on anything. Heck, if they can put it on Discovery Family, they can definitely put it on TLC. So yeah, I gotta say, Cake Boss actually looks awesome.
What not to wear for weddings, Long Island Medium.
Okay, for the shows I only mentioned in name only, I'm just gonna read their IMDb plot synopsis because I skimmed over so many shows, and if I try to research all of them, I'll be here all day, basically. So, for those three that I just mentioned, What Not to Wear is two fashion stylists and a team of hair and makeup advisors help revamp the look of individuals who have been nominated by their friends for makeovers due to their lamentable appearance using a $5,000 budget. Sounds like a just typical girls' fashion show. Not my thing. Moving on. 4 weddings. 4 different women who are all getting married attend each other's weddings. Each woman rates each other's weddings based on different categories. In the end, whichever woman has the highest rated wedding wins a honeymoon with her new husband in a beautiful, exotic location. Sounds kind of weird and strange, but again, it's women's wedding show, not really my thing. And Long Island Medium is apparently about a woman who has the ability to communicate with the dead. Now that actually does sound kind of interesting, and I'd be willing to check that show out. Moving on.
I mean, My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding? Yeah, that's another thing about TLC. They really seem to be going into the whole wedding sort of theme. You know, 4 weddings, My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding.
My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding takes you inside a world full of traditions and celebrations, from birthdays to weddings to holy communions. No expenses spared, and it's all about the bling. Sounds really stupid. And apparently from what I've read, the show has spawned a lot of controversy because it's apparently very politically incorrect. And yes, it is true that TLC has a very strange obsession with wedding shows.
Little People Big World. Yeah, I've heard that one's actually pretty decent.
The only good show I have to say Little World Big People. I have to say that's the only good reality show on TLC. I mean, I've seen a few episodes of it. I didn't find it a load of crap or anything like that. So I have to say that it's better than any other reality shows they have on right now.
Also, Baby's First Day.
Okay, I couldn't really find much info on a baby's first day, but basically it's about mothers in their final days of pregnancy, like when they actually start to give birth and whatnot. So yeah.
Make Room for Multiples.
Make Room for Multiples, a look into the lives of parents who are expecting multiples. So yeah, it's basically about parents who have multiple kids. Very simple and kind of lame.
A Baby Story. Yeah, Baby Story is sort of like where, it's basically real-life stories of mothers giving birth to child.
Man, how can TLC have like 20 different shows that are basically about the same exact thing? I mean, they got all these shows about weddings, and then they have all these shows that are basically about pregnancy. How can so many TLC shows be about the exact same thing? Like, honestly, TLC needs new material. That's all I can say.
Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
And then there's I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant. Yeah, I have no words for that. Yeah, you know what? If you want to win the reward for most ridiculous title of the year, just take this, and there you go. You pretty much got it. Seriously. If you're pregnant, you should be able to know this kind of stuff. Seriously.
Yeah, that's a good way to judge a show by its title. Like, seriously. Not to mention in the original video, for some reason I said it sounds like a fan fiction. Clearly I didn't even know what a fan fiction was back then. But anyway, enough about that. So anyways, here's the synopsis for I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant on Google. Believe it or not, many women get all the way to the moment of childbirth without knowing they were pregnant. How is that possible? Using true stories as a guide, the program examines some of the reasons, which include a small or inactive fetus, I guess, dieting, irregular periods caused by stress, past infertility, and poor use of birth control. So yeah, I guess it kind of sounds reasonable, but still, I still have a hard time believing that not every woman would know that they're pregnant. And what really blows my mind is, this show apparently got a sequel. Do you need any more proof that America has just totally gone to hell?
Say Yes to the Dress. Yeah.
Say Yes to the Dress is about brides-to-be from all over America who come to Clingfield in New York to finally say yes to their wedding dress. Ooh, yeah, riveting. And apparently, this show's been on since 2007 and is still going and has been on for 16 seasons. How the heck did this show get 16 seasons? I'm sorry, I just can't fathom that.
Lottery Changed My Life.
Lottery Changed My Life is about the experiences of ordinary people who have won large sums of money in the lottery. So yeah, I think you're starting to notice by now, a lot of these shows are pretty much exactly what the titles says they are, which probably now explains why I didn't go into much detail about a lot of these shows, because the titles speak for themselves. And apparently this show is now being also syndicated on Discovery Family. Yes, even Discovery Family is now joining the whole reality craze, sadly. Well, like I said, they do have Cake Boss, so that's good. So that's cool. But yeah, at least it's on at 1 in the morning when nobody's up watching TV. So there is that.
Hoarding Buried Alive.
I think most of us know what the show Hoarders is about. I've actually been into some pretty shady thrift stores and junk stores and whatnot that could actually be featured on episodes of Hoarders. I'm not kidding.
Untold Stories of the ER, Sin City Rules.
Untold Stories of the ER is about dramatizations of patients in life-threatening moments while doctors do their best to help them in the ER. So yeah, it's kind of one of those shows where they like to over-exaggerate certain things. Not really my thing, and, well, Sin City Rules was done by the jerk-offs who produced The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and only lasted 1 season. I don't think I need to say anything more besides that. Moving on.
That's my word! Get up in their face!
Oh, God. Dr. G inside the Kaylee Anthony case.
Apparently, Inside the Kaylee Anthony case was actually a special based on the show Dr. G Medical Examiner, which was about a medical examiner from Florida who basically examines bizarre cases, like the Kaylee Anthony case. At least that's what I could gather from the little bit of info I could find on that thing. So yeah.
Undercover Boss.
Undercover Boss. Bosses of chain businesses go undercover to their own stores in various locations, and various jobs around the store, and interact with the employees. Depending on the employee's impression, it will prove to the boss how important the job is to them. Sounds kinda interesting. But again, just not my thing.
I wish I was an ostrich. I'd eat kielbasa and sausage.
And then there's the Duggars. Oh my god, the stinking Duggars. Yeah, if you don't know who the Duggars is, the Duggars is a family who has a huge amount of children. I mean, and you see, every time they have a new child in their family, they keep making new shows about their new child. First there was 17 kids and counting, then there was 18 kids and counting, and now there's 19 kids and counting. Okay, first thing I want to ask is, how in living God could you possibly be able to handle 19 kids? I mean, if I were to handle that many kids, I'm sorry, but I'm off. I mean, I'm off on that one. I mean, seriously, how can you handle all that many kids? I'm sure some of them know how to take care of themselves, but come on. That stuff is why foster homes were made. You know what I'm saying here? And seriously, first there was 17, then it was 18, then it was 19. Seriously, how many more of these are you gonna make? How much are you gonna go up to? 32 or something? My God.
Well, from the research that I've been doing, it looks like 19 was the last one out of that whole Kids and Counting series. And guess what? Just like Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, 19 Kids and Counting also got canceled because of controversy. Apparently what happened was Josh Duggar, the Duggars' oldest son, which is quite unsettling because Josh is my first name, was involved in controversy, and because of that, their show got canceled. But guess what? Just like the Thompson family, TLC thought the Duggars deserved a second chance. They gave them a spin-off, Counting On, which is currently still running, and will be entering its 8th season by the end of this July. Seriously, who keeps giving these stupid TLC families a second chance? One of their relatives did something dumb, their show got canceled because of it. Let them suffer. Don't give them these other stupid spin-offs that nobody will watch. Seriously.
Then there's my 40-year-old child. Hello? I hate to break it to you, but if you're 40 years old, you're not a child! You're a stinking adult!
Okay, so after properly doing research, I come to realize my 40-year-old child was a television special about children who have rare aging disorders. Basically, think of the children in this special as real-life Benjamin Buttons. So as you can see right here, here's this one girl who's 8 years old, but has the body of a toddler, and her condition has left her blind and unable to speak, much like Helen Keller. Yeah. As it says, set to air on TLC on August 19th, 40-year-old child, a new case, will delve into the medical mystery behind the unknown syndrome, which affects just a handful of people in the world. So yeah, I'll show you some of these pictures and get a good idea of what the special is like. And you can see right here, here's this one kid who has the body of a 10-year-old despite being 29. So there you go. So basically, my 40-year-old child is about children or people who have extremely rare aging disorders. Again, kind of like the stuff you saw in the curious case of Benjamin Button. See, people, this is why you must properly research stuff before you do a rant video. Because if you don't do your research, then you're just going to sound stupid. Kind of like what I did in this old TLC rant. So yeah, if you're going to do a rant, research. Don't just ramble on about nonsense. Moving on.
This mailbox is mine, and this triagonal sign.
This next one, I wouldn't be surprised one bit if this one was, considering the fact that it's no surprise that this one has been off. I mean, it's called Honey, We're Killing the Kids. All I can say about this is, it sounds like nothing more than an R-rated version of the Honey series. Oh my god. No wonder that one's banned. I mean, seriously. No one wants to watch something with killing the kids in the title.
Shortly after I did this video, I did eventually realize that Honey, We're Killing the Kids was a show about parents who are basically forced to change their children's lifestyle and eating habits and whatnot. Make their kids go on a better diet. So the show actually is for a good cause. It's just, I just thought the title was a little weird and would scare some parents away. Again, people, don't judge something by the title. Actually know what the show's about. This is why you don't just read stuff off a Wikipedia list and expect to know and assume you know what you're talking about.
I can see a rainbow in your tears as they fall down. I can see your soul grow through the pain as they hit the ground. I can see a rainbow in your tears as the sun comes out. As the sun comes out. I am here and I see your pain. hit the ground. I can see a rainbow in your tears as the sun comes out. As the sun comes out.